Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We'll be starting in a couple minutes. Enjoy. Hello and welcome guys. Just give me a second here and I'll get everything sorted. Here we are. Hello and welcome to the second stream of the Rocc.Racing channel. As promised in last stream, we're here doing some track ratings. So we're going to be going around on the different tracks in Assetto Corsa Competizione and building track ratings ready for when we want to join leagues, so that we can have all of the driver stats that we need to be able to join those leagues. But before we get into the actual stream, as you can see just above me here, you can see that we now have an Instagram and Facebook account, all by the name of Rocc.Racing. Well, it's a Facebook page and then an Instagram account as well. So feel free, if you want to support the channel, by going on to Facebook and Instagram and go follow them. There'll be up-to-dates, different behind the scenes of the streams, of the videos that we're going to put up. So yeah, it's definitely worth following those pages and those channels to get behind the scenes of our channel. But with that being said, if you enjoy the video, the stream, make sure to like it, and it would really mean a lot. And if you have any questions or just want to say hi, put a little comment in the description below the video, and I'll see it during the stream. And yeah, I'll give you a shout out or say hello. But with that being said, today we're going to be doing some racing, as always, obviously. So we're going to start off going around the Nürburgring circuit in our Mercedes GT3. I've driven around here in the NSX, and I think best lap time was a 1:56, something like that. Without a setup, I'm not amazing in this Mercedes, so I'm not going to be expecting anywhere near those times. But yeah, to get track ratings for each track, we're going to be doing 4 consecutive timed laps, and that will give us a 3-star rating on that track. And once we've got all 3-star ratings on every single track, then we'll get 100% track rating, which means that we'll be a step closer into getting better driver stats to be able to join leagues. So it'll be a bit more entertaining streams, a bit more entertaining to watch. With that being said, let's jump in. So it's on, as you can see at the middle of the screen there. It's just set to standard conditions, so 12 o'clock at lunchtime. Oh, and this has started well already because it's put us into a race. Apologies for that. I thought I changed it to practice. No, it's still set to quick race. There we go, practice. So, yep. So we're going to be starting at midday, and because it's a practice session, the track temperatures don't change. It isn't green. It stays at its fastest throughout the entire session, which is kind of nice, obviously, because I want to get as consistent laps as possible. For the setup, we're just going to be running fuel, the safe setup. We're going to put 30 litres in, and we always can come in for extra fuel if we need it, but hopefully we won't need much more than 30 litres. So here we go, let's put the fuel on, start the ignition, and let's go. So I don't know how many tracks we're going to get done today. I doubt we're going to be able to do them all in this one stream. But yeah, so it's 4 consecutive laps. So at minimum, there'll be 5 laps of track. But it's definitely not going to be that low, because I've got to learn the circuit for some circuits, and get the consistency. And this track rating isn't really about your outright pace. It's more about consistency, getting 4 consecutive laps in that aren't invalidated. So I could just crawl around for 4 laps, but that's just boring, so I'm not going to do that. As you can see at the top right, our track rating, the bottom one, is 74. That's because I think 4 tracks I've already driven around, and only 2 of them have got 3-star rating on them. So we won't be doing those tracks today, but we will. The ones that don't have 3 stars, sorry, we will be doing laps on them, assuming that we get to them before the stream ends. So here we go, first out lap. Car doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. Normally the AMG without a setup, the rear end, there's a lot of weight on the front and not much on the rear, so break-ins or high-speed cornering, the rear end really slides about, but it doesn't feel too bad at the moment, so that's pretty good. Now I've done a couple. I almost kept it. Right, first spin of the stream. Can't even start the engine. There we go. I've done a couple. I've done a couple online races around the Nürburgring. So I currently have a 2-star rating on this track. So I think 2-star is when you get 3 consecutive laps in a row. Well, yeah. So yeah, we just need 4 to get the full 3 stars. A little bit understeery through there, invalidating my time. So those of you that don't know, at the top left is my time, and when it's grey it means that it's a valid lap time, and when it's red it means that I've exceeded the track limits, therefore making it invalidated. So to get my 3 stars of the track, I have to do 4 laps in a row that are all valid. So hopefully we won't spend too long on each track, hopefully, assuming that I am a competent driver today. It's not always the case. So the tracks that I've not driven before on this game will take a little bit longer and I will have to spend a little bit more time on, so that I can learn the lines and the braking zones before we start getting the consistency in. But tracks like this that I've already driven on, or I know quite well, it should only take a little while. It won't take as long, hopefully. Alright, so we've done 2 laps. First one was the out lap at 2:57. First flying lap, but it was invalidated, 2:01. So quite far off the pace, but obviously nowhere near the limit of the car yet. It's being the second lap. Can brake at 100 there, but I'm just being a little bit conservative so that we don't exceed track limits or anything like that. Like I said a couple of minutes ago, it is about consistency, not outright pace. So we don't need to be pushing the boundaries every corner. Just enough to get a decent lap time while being valid. So I guess a 2-minute lap time is what I should aim for. Just so that I'm not pushing too hard. It's just under 10 seconds off actual pace. No, sorry, it's just under 4 seconds off actual pace. So I think it would be a sensible target. Need to understand a little bit on exit there. Schumacher S's. So fun going through there with a car with downforce. A little bit better with sector 3. It's going to be over 2 minute again, 2:01. So that was 1 lap. Got 3 more to go. Doing F1 2019 tactics there in the wrong game. Downshifting a gear to get better rotation, it doesn't work in these cars. Try going a little bit deep into that corner so I can get a tighter exit ready for this straight. Keep braking early for that corner. Same with this one as well. It's a bit like Luffield at Silverstone. Take a late apex, but still it just carries on for ages. Just covering that inside curb on the right there. Braking halfway through the tarmac on the right. Down a gear. And you can hold third through here, but the rear end just comes round, as you can see there. So it's better to go into second. And then it just kind of makes it a bit better, a bit more consistent going through there. Here, braking at 75. Down 2 gears, chuck it in, run along on that curb on the right. Not really any braking marker into this corner, so you just have to kind of judge it. Carry as much apex speed through the parabolica. And there we go, 2 laps, 2 to go. Try and carry as much speed through there as possible. And this bit. This first section is so horrible. Just feels so pedestrian all the time. feels like you can take more speed, but when you do, you just understeer, especially without a setup on. There you go, that's what you want. Not quite perfect, but it's better than the previous laps. It's starting to get a little bit more confident on the brakes now. Went out onto the exit curb. Hold third gear. Maybe fourth, I'm not too sure yet. Nearly second up now, that's a good lap. Easiest place to lose the car this section. A little bit too conservative through there. Lost quite a bit of time. And on the exit, oh well. Half a second quicker. 1 lap to go. Oh, definitely did that one wrong. It's pure understeer through there and here. No, it wasn't too bad. Tyres are just on the limit of overheating, I think. Going off the graphic at the bottom right. Yeah, it wasn't a great line through that. Oh, that's late. Alright, there we go. 4 consecutive time laps. That should be it. Gonna do one more just in case, because my track rating hasn't increased, so. Unless it'll increase at the end of the session or something. Well, I've just thought. I do hope that it doesn't matter what session you're in to increase your driver rating. Whether you have to be in like a race weekend or something for it to work. Or whether you could just do it in a practice session like this. We'll find out. Oh, that's an invalidated lap anyway. So hopefully it has counted, because this one ain't gonna count. We'll go into the garage after this. There we go. Let's have a look, shall we? I might have to quit out. Hopefully it's done it. So you have 2 ratings on it currently. Well, we did before we started. So if we go on to ratings, tracks. Okay. So it hasn't increased, as you can see at the top there. Nürburgring only got 2 stars. So each track offers 3 medals. First medal is given when you've driven 1 single clean lap without cutting. Second is granted 2 consecutive laps. Third is granted 4 clean laps in a row in perfect conditions. You need less laps during night or rainy conditions. See, while learning track, the judges lap times pushing yourself. Instead of focusing on learning the flow, find reference points to brake and turn, which will prove basic track confidence by then 2 medals the rating system will unlock. Track rating. This is a summary of track medals you have earned in any game mode, and the rating can never decrease. Okay, yeah, so I don't know why it's not increased then, because it says I can do it in any game mode, and I did 4 consecutive clean laps that were all valid, so it should have increased. It's a bit annoying that it hasn't. Although it says personal best lap time was in the Lamborghini. Is it because I'm in a 2020 car? Let's go in the 2019. Yeah, so it hasn't increased my personal best, despite, because the best I did was one like 2:03, 2:04. So oh well, that's a bit annoying, but I guess we're gonna have to do it again then. I don't understand why it's not increased it. Wrong one. So safety. I didn't need 30 liters. Oh, I just put 20 liters in. Should help us a little bit as well. Yeah, okay. Alright, well we'll go. So we got. Why is it just paused? So as you can see at the bottom, it still says track rating 74. So I guess we just keep doing laps. Until it increases. I don't know how much, like, what the equivalent to 1 star is to a number. But yeah, I guess we just keep doing consecutive laps until it increases. Oh, I've just realised, apologies guys, that you haven't had any desktop volume whatsoever. We've been streaming for 20 minutes. So I apologise. Oops. But yeah, you should be able to hear this now. There you go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching that 25 minutes of me talking over nothing. But hey, there you go. Oh crap. Professionalism at its best, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take this pit limiter sign with us as well. Oh, there we go. Just shredded it. Well, apologies for that, guys. 25 minutes of no car audio. Glad I noticed that and we didn't start streaming for an hour and then I realised that we've done it. At least it was only 25 minutes. Oh well. I should be able to drive with a little bit more anger now. A little bit more used to the track and the car. Car feels pretty good around here. Just on the default setup. So that's always good. Got a little bit too much on the curve there. I wonder whether the time lapse have to be like within a certain time to a certain time, if you make sense. Like there's a standard time, say 1:57 or something, that you have to be within 2 seconds of for it to count as a timed lap. I wonder why that's why it didn't count, because I was doing 2 minutes just being really cautious. So if I start pushing now a little bit and get under the 2 minute, then hopefully they'll count as consecutive laps. Rear end's still a little bit cold. There we go. It costs us a bit of time. The curves around here are deadly. You just get on them and it tries to spins you. You have to be careful. Feeling the car now. The more you push the car, the less grip the rear end has. 2:08. We need to be faster than that. There are quite a few mistakes on that lap, so the rear end going over that crest just loses grip. Broke a little early there. Oh no. Rear end's definitely, with this car, the closer you get to the limit, the less stable I find the rear end. I mean, I know I am just making excuses for being a bad driver, but yeah. I mean, you saw what happened. I just carried a little bit too much apex speed, and so then the rear end didn't have enough grip to get round, and so it went round even further. Never mind. You just see how much the rear end moves now. Crikey. Maybe I'm pushing a little bit too much. But I'm surprised I've not lost it at that chicane yet. Because that's quite tricky, it being so bumpy and you carry so much speed. Let's go back for consistency instead of speed, because we ain't ever going to get consistent laps if we just trying to nail it. Bit slow through there. It being one of the only front engine GT cars, it then becomes one of the most understeery GT cars as well. So you've got all that weight on the front, and then you have to move that weight with just the front axle. Makes it a lot more understeery than a rear-engined car. But again, I'm just making excuses. So that was lap 1. So consecutive. A little bit better through there than last lap. Yeah, you got a hot third through there. There you go, a better lap.
Well done, mate. That's not fastest lap.
Lap 2. Stop. Nah. I'm worried about losing the rear end going through there. And so then it just makes the front end even more understeery than it already is. Or third. Yeah, just get a better exit that way. A little bit understeery through that right-hander. Lap 3. Braking at 100 again. Get a bit more confidence through this corner. That was better. Oh, right on the limit there. Still wide for there though. On the power. Hold third, much speed as possible. Hell yeah. A little bit slow on the exit there. Oh, I just realised my track record's on 75 now instead of 74. So it's gone up 1. Don't know what that means, but it's gone up. So that was lap 3 or 4? I think it was lap 3, wasn't it? let's hope it will lap 4, because this one's invalidated. Horrible line through that. Did a 10th and a half there. Right, well it's increased 1 for that track, so I'm going to say that's a win. And we're going to move on. What we got next? Well, let's have a look, shall we? So we've done, I've already got Monza done. The Silverstone, that's a pretty cool circuit. Imola, yeah, I will do Silverstone, why not? The newly renowned Hamilton Straight. That is quite an honour. So, I have never driven this circuit on this game. Obviously, I've driven this circuit because it's Silverstone. Who hasn't driven Silverstone? But never driven this circuit. Or this car at this circuit. Oh, or this car. Oh, apparently, by the way I've set off. There we go. So it looks like I'm coming out of the national pit lane onto Maggotts and Beckett's. So here we go. 4 consecutive laps with the Great Silverstone, the birthplace of Formula 1, I believe. So it shouldn't take too long to get up to speed of this circuit for me, because I already know the circuit. I've driven this circuit many times in different cars, so it shouldn't take too long at all. A couple of laps. And like I said at the start of the stream, it doesn't have to be about outright pace. It's just consistency. So that's all I need. Oh, damn it. Well, first spin of the track. Again, like I said, rear ends, dude. Nah, that was my fault. I was a bit aggressive on the turn in. Yeah, instead of the rear end just lost grip and turned around. I need to be a bit more gentle through there. Maybe even brake a little bit just to put the rear end down a bit more. Okay, that was late. That's alright. Well, field. There we go, 1 lap done. Into cops. Okay, I didn't even do anything then. If this keeps happening, I might jump into the pits, put a bit of downforce on. It's not the best setup change to get rid of it, but it's the quickest. Okay, that was my fault though. Oh, okay. Right, come on. Remember how to drive, Tim. I'll tell you what, my tyres are shot. So, we're going to go in, add a bit of rear wing. Just to try and balance it out a bit. Give it a bit more rear stability. Hopefully that'll make a help. Alright, so this lap counts as invalidated, which is fine. So this will be my out lap again. And then it goes on to the first flying lap. Hamilton Street. Alright, let's not spin out this time. Take it nice and steady. There we go. Once you get in the groove of this place, it is just a fantastic track. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's like Monaco, really. Once you get that rhythm, you just don't even think about it, and it just feels so good. Brake. It's not the fastest, but it's the safest. Although it has invalidated my lap time, that's not good. This might take a little bit longer than the Nürburgring track because learning the track limits. But never mind. A little bit deep there. Just learning the braking zones. There you go, that's better. Treat it like a GT car instead of Formula 1 car. Try not to turn in too early for that corner. Rear end sliding a little bit though. There's one full lap. Try not to invalidate this one. Okay, I thought that was going to invalidate it, but it didn't. It's good. Oh, and the track record's up to 76 now as well. I didn't think it would go up one by one, but it has, so I thought each star would have been worth a couple points, maybe 3 or 4 points. But I guess it's not. Although if there's 36 tracks, 3 each, then yeah, I guess it would be 1 point per star, wouldn't it? Or less than even. Try to use a little bit less brake going into there, carry more speed. The left side tyres are starting to overheat now though. Itchy nose. Try turning a little bit later through here. There you go. Fighting the car a little bit. But hey ho. That's it. A little bit nicer on the power through here. And another lap done.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Comes up on you quite quickly, that corner, because it's kind of blind as well. It ever so slightly goes downhill, so you can't fully see where the apex is, and so then it just jumps up at you, and you've got to brake a little bit for the corner, so it is quite tricky. But like I said when we started, you get into that groove, you know exactly where to brake. You don't even need to look, you just feel it. All in the timing, but we're not quite in that groove yet. Just need to brake a couple centimeters earlier for that corner. Track rating 77 though, definitely improving. Don't know how many laps I've done. I've done 4. First 2 were invalidated, weren't they? So we'll do 2 more. Then we'll go have a look at the driver rating again. See whether we improved on the Nürburgring as well, because that went up by 1, so I assume that's 1 star because we did 4 consecutive laps, or at least I think we did. We might have done 3. They're not the fastest laps, that's for sure. This is definitely not a fast lap either, but the consistency is there. You know, the last couple of laps have been 2 or 3s, and that's what the driver stats are looking for. So, in that case, we're doing quite well. And obviously, don't forget, I don't have a setup on this. These are the first laps I've done in this car around this track. I'm not going to be the fastest, but consistency is where you win, races. So try and get that into the track nice and early, and then with that consistency, then you can build speed. Oh, that was a little bit early, that. Halfway between the braking markers that I've set. I think that'll be the braking point. Not improving my lap times anymore. But we're still 2 or 3, so try and get this cops right first. It was a little bit hesitant and slow, but we got the apex. My track rating just improved again, and I think this is the 4th lap. So assuming that we don't invalidate this one, we should be good. Just a casual itch of my knee at 150 mile an hour. Drop that down to 4th. A little bit of a messy sector, never mind. There we go again on the power, nice and early. With that, it's set a fastest lap.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Consistency's gone up. And I think we've got 3 stars on this track now. Hopefully. So we'll come out of here, let's have a look. We're going to ratings, we're at 78. Silverstone, 3. Wait, oh, and Nürburgring as well. So there we go, so we did get that extra star for there. And we got the extra star for Silverstone. So the next one, I think we'll do one more before we end the stream. Silverstone definitely didn't take as long as the Nürburgring. So the next one on the actual track rating list is this one, Misano World Circuit. I'm definitely saying that wrong. I apologise. 133. That's quite fast. I've had 1 star rating on here. I think I did a hot stint thing around here in the Lamborghini, something like that, which is why I hasn't recorded my personal best. But it definitely wasn't a 133. So other than those probably 20 minutes of driving around this circuit, I've never driven around here. So this is going to take a little bit longer. Got to learn the circuit while getting
Green light. Give it a
validated laps. I always forget because it's paddle shifters, I assume that it's just going to be fully sequential gearbox. Well, not it is a fully. I assume that it's going to be like a fully automatic clutch, but it's not. Going into first gear, you have to clutch to set off, and I always forget it. And so then I always end up stalling, and I always end up making a fool of myself. One day, ladies and gentlemen, I will learn to use the clutch. One day. So like I said, I did a bit of practice around here, so I know the general layout of the track. I know what corners are coming up, but it's braking points, how much speed you can carry, little things like that that give you your speed. Yeah, I don't know them fully, so this is going to be the longest one, I think, but we're going to get there. Like I say, it's not all about getting... Whoa! That is not the quickest way, but I saved it relatively. I want to see this again. Here we go. So this is a couple corners. Oh no, no it isn't. Round I go. Whee! It was a full-on 90-degree, just pure yeet. And there was already tyre marks there. I don't know what they were from, unless it was from that innit. It's just they haven't removed it. But yeah. Well, drifting 101, ladies and gentlemen. Completely intentional. It definitely didn't just spin around as soon as I touched the brake. Absolutely not. But there we go. First spin. And we're doing a little bit of off-roading now as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first lap. Right, here we go. Oh, the rear end's completely toast. It's not even that hot, but it just keeps spinning round. And this lap's been invalidated as well. So we're looking for track rating 81. Once we get that, then we know that we've gotten 3 stars for this track. Just gonna go nice and easy through here. Don't want to lose the rear end again. I said I don't want to lose the rear end again. Oh, I remembered to clutch. I told you I'd learn one day. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing that I did at Silverstone. I'm going to add a notch of rear wing, and I'm also going to take a little bit of pressure out of these tyres, because you can see they run quite hot. At least the left side do. So there we go, just a little tweak here with the setup. There we go. Alright, we're going to ignore the pit lane limiter. So we're absolute rebels. And off we go. So let's see whether we can do this in 4 laps. We did Silverstone in 6. With 2 invalidated, 1 being in the outlap. So let's see if we can do Mizona in under 6. I doubt it because we already knew the track of Silverstone. And we don't really know this track. But we'll find out. Oh, there's 3 of them here. Okay. Oh, that's late. Oh no, maybe it isn't. Just gotta take a different line for there, okay. Starting to piece it together in my head now, where the lines are. Still drifting like a bad man though. Even around there, the rear end wanting to go. Right, so this first one, there's just 2 of them. And this is tighter than the second one. So it's fast left, flat. Maybe double downshift right. And then it's down 1. Oh, I've done it again! Alright, okay. So yeah, I think I might have to get on the brakes a bit harder. Through there. So it doesn't spit me round. Well, is it a 133 the best round here? I just done a 131. 41, sorry. So to say I'm learning the track, it's not that bad. He says. He hopes. Such awkward corners. Like the line, I just don't know about the lines. You gotta take like really late apexes every corner. Alright, here we go again. So I might brake now. Okay, well I didn't spin, but I still lost the rear end, which meant I invalidated my lap. So on lap 3, and we haven't set a lap yet. Late apex, late apex. Still not quite right, but hey, it was better. Oh my word. I don't know whether I can do this without a proper setup on, because every corner's fine other than the second one in those right-handers. The rear end just goes. I don't know if my PSIs are too hot, that might be it. So looking pretty overheated there, aren't they? And it is all right-handers in this circuit. There's probably about 3 left. So it's a really strange corner. There we go. Gotta drive extremely conservatively just in that one section, but you can get through it. You just gotta believe. Probably didn't 1 second, but oh well. Damn it. Ever so slightly too wide. This is quite difficult actually on this track. Okay, braking late into that corner isn't the answer. There's so many just like awkward corners. It just makes it difficult to get the consistency in there. It's like awkward and difficult corners that either the car don't like or you can't find lines into. At least we've learned how to get through those corners now though, without spinning. You definitely can carry through a lot more speed through that last corner as well. That's where a lot of the time is, I think. That first section's pretty good. It's just after, it's like this corner onwards, is where it starts to get tricky. It's like the apex is really tight, but the entry and exit is really open. And so like you've got to take a tight line and slow line for the apex, but then the entry and exit you just feel like you're going really slowly and losing loads of time. So that's why I tried taking a later apex or braking later. So that I could move the apex to where it's a bit more open, but you can't because you've still got to go around the tight section whether it's an apex or not. I just realised as well, I've been putting like what I thought was enough fuel in to get me through the session, but because it's a practice you don't use your fuel, like fuel simulation is off. So if you look at the bottom right next to the speedo, like I've still got 30 litres of fuel because it hasn't been using it. So I'm running around with a heavy amount of fuel. If I don't think I could just put half a litre in and it'll be fine. We are starting to piece this together now though. I think we're slowly getting there. We've just got to put it all together in one lap, well, in 4 laps, which is a lot easier said than done, especially on such a tricky circuit. I'll give it a little bit longer. I'll see whether I can do it. We've been streaming for a while and we are coming to the end of the stream, so but progress wise we've done quite a bit. We increased by 4 stars, so that's 1/3 of a track. It's definitely going to help us when we're trying to get into leagues. And last stream we obviously got to pace 50, as you can see up there. Safety is quite a boring one. There's 2 ways of doing safety, so you could either do loads of online races, which is a slower way of doing it and the most frustrating way, because the lower your rating, the lower rating lobbies you go into. So what I mean by that is people just want to pay bumper cars when you're in the lower servers, and so you need a good rating to be able to get into the good servers, but you've got to play in the low servers to be able to get good rating, so it's quite difficult. Then another way you can do it is quite boring, but it's the quickest way. Is basically you just do an online, not an online, it's an AI race. Put them on the lowest difficulty, go around a track that you know, and just stick to the one person's bumper the entire race, and it just shoots up, your safety rating shoots up. Oh damn it. Your safety rating just shoots up. So before I was on 49 I think, and then just by doing I think maybe 50 minutes worth of racing I've increased it to level 55. So it is much quicker than doing online racing, but it's a lot more boring, but it's less frustrating as well. So yeah, so I haven't been streaming doing the safety rating stuff, just because it's so boring. But yeah, I think we're done for today. I'm getting quite tired, which means my racing isn't up to where it should be, and that's quite a difficult circuit. As you can see, we've got 1 star on it. So we have made a bit of progress. And Silverstone we've got 3 stars. Nürburgring we've gained an extra 1 star, so now we're on 3 stars as well. So we're making progress. So, oh, there's actually 48. I thought there's 36 tracks. So yeah, it's either you get over 100 in your rating, or it's less than 1 point per star. But yeah, we'll find out. So I'm going to end the stream here, because I'm quite tired, like I've just said. But if you have enjoyed the stream, then make sure to, if you have enjoyed the stream, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, that sounds really cliche, like YouTuber, doesn't it? But yeah, no, if you have enjoyed, consider subscribing as well. We'll be doing plenty more live streams, videos, behind the scenes, different stuff like that. And if you want to be notified, turn on post notifications when you subscribe. But also follow our social media. So as you can see above me here, we've got YouTube, which you're already watching this on, Facebook and Instagram, all by the name of Rocc.Racing. And it should be the same profile picture as what we got on YouTube, so you could be able to see us through that. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Consider all the stuff in the description. Consider looking at that. Have a look at our website, see our story. It's quite interesting. But with that being said, thanks for watching. See you later.